Yes, good evening, brothers and sisters. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Mr. Chris, good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm okay, my brother. God bless you. You are welcome to the show today.
How's your family over there?
We are all doing great. Thank God for everything in life.
Thank you.
Yeah, and yours? How's your family also?
We're all celebrating here.
Mm. It's pretty much whenever there. For you, the children have resumed yesterday, so no, we are in another year now entirely.
Exactly.
That's how it is, my brother. Not easy. Cool. But is the weather very hot over there now?
You said what?
Eh? Is the
You
weather
said
very
what?
hot over there? The way the weather in
No,
turn.
it's just a normal. The weather is very tough here. It's just a normal weather. No harmattan. It's just a very hot weather here.
Hot weather. Okay.
Very tough. Sometimes 42,
Hmm.
39, thereabouts.
That one is terrible, my brother.
It's part of us, so we are trying to cope with it.
Mm. I see in Nigeria with February, you know, be facing here again. Amen.
And any guy that comes from Europe now, you must set aside at least, if you are going to spend 1 month, you must at least something like 500,000 to buy card so that you can power your EC or whatever, or you stay in the hotel.
Just buy gin.
Very, very
Buy fuel.
expensive. Very expensive. Very expensive.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Thank God you guys, your president has spoken out. So Nigeria should not wait for anything. Mhm. The man said he cannot do it. He said he knows Nigeria is facing hardship. Food prices have gone up. Things are very expensive. He knows. He said, but there is nothing he can do. He said it. Already the man has surrendered. He has surrendered.
Do you know why he's making those statements now? He's already getting the sense of what might likely happen, and there is a pressure from other powerful nations of the world. There's an eternal pressure. Probably he can't explain. So the only is just trying to console Nigerians. You know, Nigerians are very gullible. They are people you can easily manipulate. 21st century people still talk about their old culture, their culture that is not helping them.
So he said there's nothing he can do. But it's a pity Nigeria are still saying upon the huge amount of this man has borrowed. Last time I saw World Bank was telling Tinubu, the president of Nigeria, that 139 million children, population of Nigeria, they are into poverty. The man was arguing with him. And these are the bank that is borrowing you money. World Bank give you the analysis. You are always borrowing money from them. They told you 139 million Nigeria are in abject poverty. Abject poverty. This man went on news and denied it. I don't know what Tinubu is going to gain. If I were this man with your mental health now, you will resign. Must you do president for 8 years? Is he a must? Look at what you are telling Nigerians now that you cannot make anything from it. Nothing. We should not expect anything from you. The man has surrendered. So what we see, that is what I'm saying, Nigerians, sorry to use this word. I don't understand the mentality of Nigerians. The man that owns the matter of leadership is telling you he could not do otherwise. You are still saying 2027 is not negotiable. Mr. Chris, I'm really sorry for Nigerians. The way Nigerians are behaving, they are behaving like uneducated people. This is your president telling you that he has tried everything. He knows you guys are in hardship. He admitted. But there is nothing he could do. Upon the whole money, trillions that this man has borrowed from different banks in the world, it's only Afghanistan, Nigeria have not went to go and borrow money. It's only Afghanistan. These are people without no hearts of human feelings. Your network has started again, my brother. The man have told you guys, there's no miracle he could do. There's no magic he could do. You are still forcing him to become your president. You are still going to destroy the economy of the country.
Yes, they don't care. Right as we are speaking now, if you listen carefully, you'll be hearing the noise from the background. Now, yet they are court boys. They are not reasonable human beings. They had the meeting and there's a beer parlor very close to my house. So they were there for hours yesterday. Though while it was getting late, they quickly ran away from it because the emergency can overrun them. You understand? Now they had the meeting yesterday. They were drinking wine very close to my house. I just look at it and said, these guys, do they have future? Now the late Idausa, he was born like you and I. He was just like, probably people don't know his parents. But he was able to secure his future and secure the future of evil generation yet unborn. Sometimes our people, they don't ask themselves what they are doing, what will they stand to gain? If you are a head of a secret court now, will you bequeath that secret court to your children? The answer is no. And if you do bequeath them to your children, what are they going to gain? So you go to pass on GRA today, you go and see what it also left behind, not just within Edo State, across the world. He left legacy for the world. But these guys who belong to these dirty secret courts, they have nothing good to offer the society. They are still holding their meeting and they are in the beer parlor. Okay, people like that now, how can a reasonable human being go discuss politics in the beer parlor and you get a better result? You can't get a better result. That is the issue we have here. Our people, they are not serious. And among them, let me tell you, there are a lot of issues here. Sometimes we blame the government. When your hands are activated, you don't even need the government. Sometimes the only thing you need, government secure my life. Friendly policy, business policy that can kind of enhance whatever you are doing. There are people today, as I speak to you, they are running for job. A lot of job is chasing them. People are looking, come and do this job for me. But those youth, the Benin youth, you can never get them in any skill center. You can never get them. You can only hire them as talks. They are fighting for their culture. They are fighting for nonsense ordinarily and don't add value to their life. That is what they are fighting for. So when you begin to see people like that, have it in mind that nothing good sometimes can come out of them. If you just at my back here now, it's a beer parlor here. They are just making noise. They are doing all kind of nonsense there. You understand? So among them, you can't see a medical doctor. You cannot see a lawyer. You cannot see an engineer. You cannot see anybody that have something good in their head. But the only people you see that they are a group of non-entity who are not supposed to live for this generation. They are there. Whenever there's an emergency or the government want to wreak havoc on the poor masses, the government invite them. The government makes use of them. There is no sector, there is no part of this country that is naturally free. Whether the civil society or the politician or the religious leader or the traditional leader, extremely corrupt people, very corrupt people. The truth is far from them. What you see them doing is always on the opposite. So I don't know how those who went to Caracas to kidnap the Venezuelan president, do you think there were people on the streets?
No.
Do you think there were never people you see on the street or people you see in the beer parlor? They are highly equipped, highly prepared for sophisticated missions. You can't get people like that in Nigeria. If an emergency like that comes to any of these African countries, let me not use Nigeria for a case study. It's just like it's normal. You understand? So Nigeria, they need to sit down and rethink about the kind of life they are living. 50 something years ago, 60 something years ago, or even 100 years
I
ago,
don't know
America
where
never lived the life they are living now.
I don't know where Okorocha Konde, my brother. I don't know. Somebody's writing comment. Go ahead, my brother.
You
Chris.
understand? The America,
Yeah.
they never live the kind of life we are living. I watched a documentary, a German documentary. I saw Broad Street. I've been to Broad Street in Lagos. That's where you have most of these multinational companies, banks, and the rest of them have all their headquarters there. What in 1914, something like that, 1914, something like that. What I saw what I saw in Germany was equivalent to what I saw in Broad Street, Lagos. I say, wow, as at that time, this place was already as developed as this. How would the place look like now? People of great vision, they are the one leading there. Nigeria is the only country where any idiot can just wake up and just become a leader. Thanks, big thanks to the military. I told you sometime during the last presentation. Some guys were trying to make Edo State, their better state, unsafe for people. The military administrator then just handpicked the whole of them. He dropped them at the Agbo prison. They were all there. No court could listen to them. Nobody could attend to their case. Nobody. Military now. They just dropped them. Sanity came back to Benin. They were overrunning Yao, Agbo Park, Uchelu Motor Park, some of those motor parks. They were creating tension in the whole of the state. The man just
here and there. I know that.
They were killing. The military will just handpick the whole of them, go and drop them at Agbo prison. They were there. They were taking the outside Benin City. They were there. They were crying. They begged. After years in the prison, they signed an agreement. It took a powerful institution in the then Bende State to stood as a guarantor for them before they could come back. When they came, they embraced peace. It's only one that is still alive today, even as dubious as he is today, is still being celebrated. So you can see this is the only country where a criminal will build a hotel, and the common man, the poor master, will go patronize that hotel. Do you know if that man still remember who he is? Ebona Logogbe, my brother, this is not a country where you groom a child. Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Chris. There is one video I saw today. I don't want to show that video because the video YouTube can violate YouTube. They can bring the video down. In Borno State today, they eliminate some military men. There was a bomb explosion in Borno State today. About 5 to 8 soldiers were eliminated. And these are the problem of Nigerians. America came the other day. You people were shouting, our sovereignty, our sovereignty, our sovereignty. Only once America have came, it's just, okay, let us see what you guys are going to do. You guys could not protect your sovereignty that you are crying for. We should not deceive ourselves when it comes to insecurity. I'm coming to that area of insecurity now in Nigeria. There is something that happened in Edo North also. A doctor was eliminated. 2 brothers were adopted in Auchi. They were demanding 200 million. They eliminate one and take the other one along with themselves. How do you imagine, like in Edo State, a right-thinking human being, you will be demanding 200 million for a family? Where can they get that money from? The money generation cannot make in Nigeria. There are some family, since that family was created, they have never acquired 5 million. There are a lot like that in Nigeria. The boy managed to go to school. These are the people who's supposed to protect lives tomorrow. You eliminate him because of 200 million. Now the insecurity, America and Israel, thank God Israel have decided that they said they are coming to Nigeria. I know Israel is going to put ground troops in Nigeria. Take it or you like it. Israel have decided, they say they are going to collaborate with America because America knows Nigeria cannot protect their people. Our government cannot protect us because our government, they are using that insecurity money, the security money, they are using it to enrich themselves. Our soldier is not well equipped. Our military men have been compromised. Some of them are giving information, this ASWAP and Boko Haram. They are all working together. No institution that is working in that country. My brother, what can you say about this insecurity matter? Nigeria is talking about useless sovereignty they have. That is sovereignty that they cannot bring anything to them on their table.
Yes, the military being eliminated is an unfortunate situation, but they are so rest in peace. I sympathize with their family, I sympathize with them, and I sympathize with Nigerians. You see, this is 21st century. When America goes to war, yes, the personnel are there to always manipulate the technology. I don't know of all the budgets or allocation they are collecting from the federation account or their budget at the end of the year. You want to tell me they don't have some technology that can enable them to detect some of these things if they are right on their way? Yes, there is no perfect society, but one would have expected that some of these things, with the level of insecurity in some parts of the country today, the government should be able to make some provisions. This army, this military officer, that is their job. A lawyer cannot tell you, okay, this is the kind of equipment we are to use. They know the present situation of Nigeria, the level of insecurity in Nigeria today. Does it mean the federal government does not allocate money to them? Which I do appreciate the federal government do. They allocate money to them.
But the money is not going to their hand, my brother. The money is going to the wrong people's hand. That's the problem.
Yes, the money will always end up to build for flat, hotel, pure water factory, then donate part of it to religion centers and share some of them to their traditional rulers. At the end of the day, they expose themselves to all kinds of risk. It's a very pathetic situation. 21st century, you want to tell me the most volatile part of the world today is the Middle East. America, they are there, they are still fighting war. They are dead, they are still fighting war. Now, what you are seeing in Nigeria is just like a riot. And yet, Nigeria, they are still losing their personnel. If there's any man that have ever done wrong to this country, it's Muhammadu Buhari. The sin Buhari committed against this country, Nigeria should not forget that man in a hurry. I try to find out which sin or what kind of offense did the late Ambrose Ali committed, that even in his death, in his grave, the grave was chained. Yes, the grave was chained. Probably he was owing the government, or probably there was misappropriation of funds in his time. And under the government of Buhari, he was arrested. And even at death, his grave was still chained. It was not Baseki that went to remove those chains. It has physical implication, it has a spiritual implication. I think that commonly happens in most of these developed countries, like Japan. Yeah. When you are owing the government or something happened with fraud, when the man died, the grave will be chained. You understand? We are, no matter your years abroad and the rest of them, one should know that chain around his grave has some implications. Yes, we must not deceive ourselves. You know, it was Obaseki who went there to remove the chain, and that it was done by the late General Muhammadu Buhari. Now, if we say there was misappropriation of funds under the late Professor Ambrose Ali then, and Buhari knew quite well that insecurity was a huge problem in Nigeria, and the people that were captured by the security forces of Nigeria, the late Buhari later reinstated them into the Nigerian army, into the Nigeria police force, and just to mention them. And at the end of the day, the military, the police, the navy, they are paying for it today. So if we are asked to aggregate the offense committed by the late Professor Ambrose Ali and the offense committed by the late General Muhammadu Buhari, I think Buhari should go to jail even while in the grave. He should go to jail. A man is like reinstating Anini. You know Anini now, dead Bende State. Yeah. It's like reinstating Anini, Dr. Yonisi, and just mention them. Friday Ofege, you reinstate them into the Nigeria police force. You know they will wreak more havoc upon the people. That is what Buhari did. It shows that those leading this country, they never made way for this country. So the Nigerian army, one would have expected that they must have a device in their vehicle that enabled them to detect some of these devices or some of those explosives. But they don't. The money is always made available. But the top officer, the generals, this money is always shared among them. And they are not interested. Whatever that happened to the country is none of their business. But the unfortunate side of it, when an emergency come like this, it's an ill wind that blow no one no good. The former chief of air staff, I think Alex Badi, if Nigeria was secured under his time, he would have died like a fowl. You saw the way he died. He died like just a bus conductor. You understand? The reason is that they didn't protect tomorrow. As a retired general, a revolver was mounted in his house. That revolver can control insecurity. If you are somewhere around Ring Road, it can control insecurity somewhere around bypass Apple Road. There's an emergency. But they were only good in securing themselves without regarding what tomorrow might bring forth. You saw the way he died. A man that has seen it all security wise. He died in the hand of miscreants because they didn't see tomorrow what they were seeing now. How much can they put in their pocket? How many hotels can they build somewhere in Abuja, Lagos, and the rest of them? How many private schools they can build? Is that how to secure a society? The answer is no. So when you tell me that an explosion killed some of these armed forces or some of these military men, sometimes to me or to the layman, it's always a laughable situation. We know that we are at war. The civil war that lasted for some months, a year and some months in Nigeria, didn't take more life compared to what Boko Haram is taking in Nigeria today. The civil war lasted for a short time and everything ended. People began to live their normal life. Unlike what we are seeing today, unrest that never ends. Only God knows where these guys are coming from. And some of the weapons they are using that are even more sophisticated than the one Nigerian army is using. The technology they are using, only God knows where those technology are coming from. Who is responsible? Who is supplying those weapons? Who is supplying them intelligence? They must be within the armed forces. They must be within the armed forces. You can't try that in developed countries of the world. You will be fished out immediately. When Osama bin Laden wreaked havoc on the World Trade Center, even before the CIA could make a statement, Bush already made it that he know the one responsible. He mentioned his name immediately. You know what it cost America to bring down Osama bin Laden? It cost them billions of dollars. It cost them billions of dollars. But they don't care what it cost them. But their joy was that they were able to handpick and destroy him. You saw the Nigerian man whose father was one of the managing director of First Bank who wanted to bomb America. Even was it on New Year Day or on Christmas Day? You saw the way he was handpicked. If not technology, they would have been able to identify that boy. And I tell you, if America had handled that boy to Nigeria government, they would have still released him. Probably he would join the DSS, join the police, or join the Nigerian army. He will wreak more havoc. He will give a link to the Al Qaeda. He will give a link to the ISIS. He will give a link to the Boko Haram and the rest of them. You can imagine such a young boy from a comfortable background, from a very comfortable background. But the joy is that for the remaining days of his life, he can never walk free on the streets. He will remain in that captivity till Christ come. A Benima will say, you can't have a child like that, call him a child. He destroyed the image of Nigeria and he destroyed the image of his family. He can never be free till the end of the world. And if he died, his grave must be chained. Or if need be, he should be thrown into the Pacific Ocean. A white animal in the ocean will consume him. You can imagine a boy from such a background. And so many of them, they are still in the north today. We saw what happened in Niger Delta. There was an unrest. Yes, that was this people were talking about resource control. You are taking our resources. What you are giving to us is not enough. That was their protest. We saw how the late Buhari prevailed. They developed all kind of technology. They imported a lot of technology, and they fought this guy. Some of them were forced to surrender, and which they did. Now the same Buhari and the northern elders, have deliberately refused to call their people to order. The resources for providing security in the Northeast today, the money, the fund is not being generated in the North. If you look at what it has cost Nigeria over the years to stabilize the security situation in this country, it's enough to build critical infrastructure that the whole of Africa will benefit from. And on the long run, generation yet unborn will come celebrate it. But they said no. They said no. The government is investing the money and people are taking advantage of the situation. The people are paying. If you look at the North today, I am telling you, in the years to come, the North will never be North again. One of the reasons why I insist that America should calm down, so that when they calm down, in any means, whichever way they want to eliminate these guys, let them eliminate it so that peace can come back to the North. When peace goes back to the North, the Northern people who probably they are in other parts of, let them go back to their state. The ones that have skill, the ones that are professional among them, they can remain with us, do their lawful job. Then those alamajiri on the sea should go back to their state. Let them go and continue with their crime. Their culture is not related with our own. We don't have the same religion. We don't practice the same faith. Why are they here? There's an emergency in their state. The government, the northern government, they saw this thing coming, but they couldn't stop it. They couldn't stop it because they were a part of the nonsense Nigerians are paying for today. And today we are still paying for it. You can't walk freely in the street of Nigeria today. Sometimes when I'm say, okay, let me take a stroll, maybe I'm going somewhere. When I see anybody behind me, I'm always suspecting them. My mind is telling me, I don't know this guy. They can be very stupid at any time. Especially when it's already late in the night. You don't dare yourself. Because the man ahead of you, the man by your side, the man at your back, you don't know who they are. You don't know what they have at the back of their mind. They can be very funny. Look at what is happening in Edo State today now. The governor will never come out and encourage the people. The governor will never come out and give hope that yes, collectively we will fight this monster. The only thing you hear, we are going to give 1 million votes to the president. They are both incompetent. Both the president and the governor, they are both incompetent. We need a smart president. We need a smart governor. We don't need a man that will be full dragging, a man that will be carrying Agbada from left to right. No, we don't need. This is an emergency time. We need a man that is smart. We need a man that understands the global politics, the dynamics of the global politics. But the people we have here, they are just to bear. They don't know what they are supposed to do. They don't know what is right and what is wrong. What happened to Venezuela president could happen to any of the Africa president. They saw people who did that, who carry out that mission. They are just like you and I. But their hands have been activated. They have betrayed. They are just like you and I. It was a suicide mission, and they went and they succeeded because they have the backing of the government, technology back then, and they went there, they were successful. But in the case of Nigeria, what you are just saying, everything is politics. Everything is politics. If the governor want to greet his people now, you see him on his knee. We don't want a governor that kneel down for anybody. We want a governor that will be very proactive to any situation that is not comforting, that is discomforting the people. Stop going on your knee for people. That is not the reason why INEC elected you or why the judiciary elected you. What we need is a man that can protect his people, a man that can protect lives and property. That is the kind of government Edo State wants. Not this kind of government. They don't care because they feel probably I'm in the government, I can stay there for the remaining days of my. The answer is no. The highest you can stay in the public office just about 8 years. That 8 years, people already say you are a bad person. Now, at the end of your 8 years, where will you go? Will you remain in this space? You must stay within your people. You must stay within your people. You guys are running to Abuja, running to Lagos. If Lagos is not properly cared for security-wide, do you think you can run to Lagos or Abuja or the America, Europe you guys are running to? That state, those countries were built by people like you and I, people of good conscience. Yes, they once have a problem, but I do appreciate they are not perfect. But life is more safe when you are there. The governors of Nigeria, they need to wake up. They need to wake up. What we are seeing today is not encouraging the people. The people are not happy. Life is becoming unbearable. Life is no longer what it used to be. Around this time, some years back, when people come from abroad, the family, they are very happy. They want to celebrate. Whosoever that comes from abroad now, they are always hiding their face because the man probably is a neighbor. They don't know whether it's a kidnapper. They don't know. That is why you see them, they are always hiding the hotel. Not that they want to go and waste their money in the hotel, but they just feel that when I stay in the hotel, people wouldn't know that I'm around. And even if I'm around, I just go greet them, I just go away. And even your family you are visiting, your family, they are also at risk. They can invade your home. Yes, I'm telling you. An information can sneak out from your home. That man, he come from abroad today. He go come by 12 o'clock today. People are already waiting for you. But you step in, they say, okay, hands up. They carry you, come on. The money, even the federal government does not even have to tell you go and bring that money. Even they sell you the whole of your asset, you can't even pay. This is the only country. A man is calling with a cell phone, with a local network. The government of Nigeria cannot track where that individual is calling from. That is a shame. It's like you have a doctor, a child is sick of malaria, and the doctor is unable to diagnose even with technology. Something is wrong. Let me not mention the boy. It's your in-law. He was sick in Nigeria here. He went to UCH, he went to UBT, he went to all the giant hospitals in Nigeria. It was normal. Whether I don't think this the one you call mentality here, the one we call those small hospitals that detected the problem the young boy was having. And they said you are not grateful. Of all the money he cured, all the pain he cured, yeah, God, the misery of God, no man can understand. No man can. What I keep telling people, be good to everybody that come across your way. Don't hurt people. What that boy was doing, when anybody comes from abroad, he go to the airport and pick. They drop there, whether in Kwara State, Borno, anywhere. He stopped calling his family. The only person who call my younger brother, please look at where I'm going to drop somebody. But I don't know. It was like a misery the way the young boy left Nigeria. When he got to Europe, he cured a very huge amount of money in one of the UK hospitals. He can't pay that money. But what the government did, they wrote off the bill. And he started living the normal life. When he came to Nigeria, he said he want to see me. I said, yes, I want to see you. The car that boy was, the vehicle that boy was using, a retired permanent secretary in Nigeria cannot use that vehicle. The kind of life is living. And if that boy have died in Nigeria, my brother, they will say, nah, Mama kill him. You see, Mama, I talk, that rapper where they tie, they go left hand side. I just not inside that place that they wish they. But it was the failure of our technology. It was the failure of our personnel. Government, we don't have the facility that can better the life of the people. Nobody's interested. But the young woman today, he's still very much alive. He look good. I say, we Magbe. Africa, we are just wasting time. We are wasting time. What we are doing, resources is being wasted. Human beings are being wasted. Life is being wasted here. It's nobody's business. They only enrich the cemetery in Nigeria. That is what Nigerians are doing. The leadership of this country, what they have done to the people of Nigeria. So I don't know where they are taking this country to. It's only God. We keep calling God here. When the American government was going to invade Venezuela, they never talk about God. They went there with their technology, they went there with their science and wonder, and victory was on the side of US. Whether the world is against it or not, whether they call it adoption, whether they call it kidnapping, but mission have been fulfilled. They fulfilled their mission. Thank you so much, my brother.
Thank you very much. Brothers and sisters, like the video and share the video. Please, there is the account of Brother Timothy Osemege is pinned on the comment section. We are still waiting for donation for that man. Please, brothers and sisters, let's support this man. Copy the account number there and send your own donation and send me the receipt, please. This January, we have to round up. It's getting delayed. I beg at the beguna. 8040, we support and beg at the beguna. Thank you. Mr. Israel, you're welcome to the show, my brother.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me as well. Good evening, Mr. Chris, and good evening to all the viewers. Thank you so much. I would go ahead.
There is a question I just wanted to elaborate on. Now, there was a bomb blast in Borno State today. They eliminated some Nigerian military men. May their soul rest in perfect peace. We don't pray for any of our loved ones to die. It's just the failure of the government. My question is that every year there is a budget for insecurity in Nigeria. Are you sure that the budget the government is allocating? Because the money is too big. The money is too huge. It's just half of our budget they are investing there. Is the politician sharing the money within themselves? That is number one. Number two, the president have come out and say, now Nigeria, he knows you guys are in pains. He knows there is hunger in the land. He knows a lot of Nigeria is going through a lot of difficulties, but there is nothing I could do. Now, this is the man. It's only the matter of leadership in Nigeria. The one that they say 2027 is not negotiable. The one some gullible youth is clamoring for. The man I've told you already that there is nothing he could do about the situation in Nigeria now. He's not declaring to Nigeria that he don't have any alternative. The alternative he has is to suck the blood of Nigeria by all Nigerians to pay tax, because I believe there's no country who want to give him money to borrow. Because World Bank told him that 139 million Nigerians are in Nigeria poverty. He denied. He argued it. I thought you are denied to World Bank. You cannot go there and borrow money. You cannot go there. They will not listen to you. So, my brother, what is your take on that matter, Mr. Israel? Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you once again, Mr. Ogile, for hosting the show, and thank you for bringing me and to another honorable speaker, Mr. Chris. Good evening to you once again, and also to the viewers who are at home. There are 23 people watching this, and should have been more. You should be sharing, not just watching, and be sharing the live. Press the notification button, because what this man is doing right now, I cannot do it. And he's doing it, at least I have to also put my little quota to it. So if you are at home and you are watching this man, what he's telling you now, this is a fact. Also share it to your people you like and those people you don't also like, but you want them to see this is what it is. Now, there's a problem here. First of all, I always tell you here that the primary purpose of government is to secure lives and property of every citizen in a given political system. Is that not what it is?
Yes.
That's what Section 14 sub B told you. In all this, yesterday, there was 9 military officers who were actually killed. May their soul rest in peace, and I salute the gallant soldiers who have always put their life to protect the Nigerian territory in and out. And we salute your courage, and we say thank you for your great service. May their gentle soul rest in peace. Now, in all of this, where is the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
Okay.
That's the question you have to ask yourself. Yeah. Where is the Commander-in-Chief? Is he in Nigeria? The answer is no. So, have you seen any condemnation to say, well, or cut short his trip from wherever he is? Like sources are being told that he's in France. And there's a video circulating on the social media where he's having dinner and he's actually talking to Rwanda president, which is Paul Kagame. The question is, you are actually losing military on the line of duty, no words from the presidency, and we cannot even find our president to give the nation hope, to say, don't worry, we are on it. Did you hear anything like that? Now, don't take yourself and say, just as what happened in Venezuela, I don't actually support that, because that is going into an territorial sovereignty of a country. But do you think that President Trump will be happy to lose one soldier, a Navy SEAL, on that line? You think what? And you see the befitting burial. If you look at the video where our soldiers were being unalived with an IED, you could see you pity and say, do we have to make our country like this? Do we have to make our gallant soldier like this? The best ECOMOG fighters in the whole of West Africa. Do we have to make them like this? No. That shows that we have an incompetent leader. People might not like it. That shows that we have incompetency in our leadership structure. And all these things that you are looking at, to me, There's a consequences. Because a lot of people, they are playing politics with our lives right now. Did they not tell you that Nigeria, in collaboration with the United States, how many times have they conducted this strike? That's twice, 2 times now,
Yeah.
in collaboration with the United States. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government is still in limbo because Trump itself said we have carried out a strike. Nigerian government is just saying, pash, pash, we know what they can do. And if you look at our budget that we spent, that the Tinubu government told you was a renewed hope when he presented, that they started singing on their mandate, they shall scatter. It was almost 4 trillion for what? Security. Where is the apparatus? You understand? And two, we are not hearing, not even the Americans that are trying to help now, not help. It's now the Israelis. The Israeli Prime Minister have just quoted that he's concerned with the Christian genocide that is happening in Nigeria. Can you imagine a leader from a foreign country is now is calling your country of a particular concern that is worried about the Christian genocide that is happening in Nigeria? What does that actually put you? The consequences of this thing is, one, they say that the reason why Israel is coming is because I was listening to their ambassador, Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, when he was speaking on Arise News, and I just laughed. And when I did my calculation, this is it's a precedent. In fact, it's a dangerous precedent to our nation. A sovereign country who cannot protect its lives and property. Don't you know the implication of it? It might lead to this country trying to perpetuate a regime change. Do you get that? It means it shows that you are incompetent. So they have to find another person, because Nigeria, whether we like it or not, Nigeria is an ally to the United States. Yes. It's also an ally to Israel. Now, look at all these things. The consequences, this risk, it can worsen insecurity. Number one. What they don't know, that this thing can worsen insecurity. Even Wole Soyinka said it, and said that foreign invasion can escalate tension and provoke militants to retaliate if not carefully managed, which is true, according to the Daily Trust. You understand? Because what you don't know, if it is not properly managed, this thing can actually give rise to other insurgency. I say, okay, let's compete because other foreign powers are not in. Number two, the dependence of what? Foreign powers. Because now that they have seen our weakness, other foreign powers will then say, okay, let by peddling into our national politics. Are you hearing this thing now? Most people will not look at, oh yes, you have to look at the consequences that are behind this thing. They will be made because foreign powers will come in because of this thing. Israel is already there now. America is already inside, which shows that the Tinubu administration is a failed one. It's not a renewed hope, it's a renewed hopelessness.
Absolutely.
I always tell you, it's not a renewed hope, it's a renewed hopelessness. You cannot protect the lives and property of Nigeria. Just like what you have in Pewolo is doing. Look at yesterday, the people in AAU, Ambrosalo University in Ekpoma, they were protesting of insecurity. Abunanosia.
Yes.
I think Edo is shining. So those ones are saying enough is enough. So now you cannot see the incompetence. Why this thing is going on? Our president is in France. Another year. So another thing is you have lost your sovereignty influence. Now tell me where Tinubu is going to. President Tinubu is going to go today now in the whole of Africa where they are going to respect us. You that cannot fight Boko Haram. I tell you here. Even common Syria alone, where we help restore their own restore Tejan Kaba. That they laugh us. Now, if you go on the internet, they're laughing at us. You came to restore our country, but you cannot fight Boko Haram. It's a slap on our face because it shows that we have failed in making sure that we protect our own. But were these the gallant military that went to actually stabilize Sierra Leone? Were these the gallant soldiers who actually went to Liberia? Were these also the gallant soldiers at that time that also helped stabilize Gambia? To actually make sure that Yahya Jammeh had a solidified power? You ask yourself, were we not the one that were sent to Sudan? The best economic fight we cannot. So that shows. Then we now have to look at all these foreign airstrike. Now, who is suffering it? Is it not the civilians?
Yes.
So it's also going to put another internal politics. They're already meddling in our politics now. Because with this now, I can tell you that the Trump administration does not even like the current administration. So you are not adding up. You are not adding up. You understand? You are not adding up, but you want to just say that, oh, this thing is going to be nice. Let's just leave it like that. For you guys that are already saying, oh, well, we are all trying to make sure that we make sure that we eliminate insecurity. You are joking. Israel does not go to your place to say they want to help you without they don't have interest. Israel cannot come to your place without they don't have interest. First, they said they are going to be sharing. They said they are going to be sharing counterintelligence. Yes, you can be sharing counterintelligence with any. They will share you, give you, and say somebody they can't attack you, blah blah blah. But you have to be careful. Israel is somebody who studies, but this thing will become a regional. It can also create another regional conflict because some of the allies that Nigerians are with, especially the Arab League, the Arab countries, they will not be comfortable with Nigeria anymore because Nigeria is not sharing intelligence with who? Israel.
Yes.
You see, people don't see the problem that is coming out of all these things. That when you are allowing, it's not about emotions, it's about looking at the fact to say, how are the positive? The positive is that they are going to give you information about your enemy. But every other region that you have alliance with, will they like it? No, the answer is no. Sorry about that. Then another thing is you have to look at the strategic diplomatic partnership. Did I not just say it? Just the diplomatic partnership we have with other countries. You understand? It will not be great anymore. You don't expect somebody like maybe other Arab League like Egypt. And sorry, not Egypt. Maybe Iran or other Saudi Arabia or other countries that might see Israel, for example, now as a threat. They might not like it when we see this thing. You understand? When they see that Nigeria is a partnership with them, you know. Let me solve this out. Yeah, let me solve it.
Yeah. Yes, my brothers and sisters, Israel is coming back. For that, you see, Mr. Chris, there is a video I'm going to play today before we round up about this insecurity in Nigeria. Now, a man in a donut, two brothers were kidnapped. They eliminate one. The ransom was 200 million. The family was even running about. Now, a medical doctor like that has been eliminated in Edo State. It's from Edo not to. We are all Edos. The problem I'm having with the governor, when you talk to the governor, people say you criticize him. People say you talk to him anyhow. What are the functions of governor? When we are having the insecurity challenge, is the governor to address the people of the state? How far is going? Because you must put people's mind at rest. The governor from this new year now, we have not seen Governor on the media. He has to come out to talk to us. But it's the executive governor of the state, whether we like it or not. So who do us all this one? These are my questions. I was not a fan of Obaseki. But Obaseki was not like this. Obaseki was not like this.
Yes. When in a responsible society, idiots are daft. They don't rule. It's only in a Edo State anybody can sleep and wake up and become the governor or become whatever they want to become. Now, our youth, they are not prepared. Some of our youth, let me not say the whole of our youth, some of our youth, they are not prepared. Now, those guys, those mindless guys, those idiots who are supposed to be dying in the prison yard today, who paraded Obaseki on the street of Benin, if they have joined the Nigerian army, if they have joined the Nigerian police force, it would have been useful to the states. It will add value to nation building. But they don't. They don't. The reason is that they are worshiping, they are praising their culture. Now, how can you tell me in the state, we all grew up in this state now, all of our group now, in those who have a kind of local vigilante, when people are going to farm, the age group, they must stay back and watch over the community, pending where it is late when people started coming back from their farm. Today, it is no longer like that. Now, I just told you something earlier on that when you go to the beer parlor, our beer parlor, they are always fit to capacity because our youth, they don't have, some of the youth, they don't have future. A man is already overdrugged now. And when he walk into the den of kidnappers, he will cry and say, oh, who do this one? Not be any person to one. And they do themselves. Now they do themselves. I am still telling you, there are some part of Benin today, crime cannot prevail in that community. Yes, those people you call community chairmen, they hold their community. If you are a non-Benin man, even if you are a Benin man, and there's any information sneaking out concerning you, my brother, you will pay for it too. You will go home free. They will give you a sleepless night. The government cannot do everything, but the people leading the state today, they don't know how leadership works. And those who also call themselves a local actor, they don't know what they are supposed to do. They are so interested, how much can we collect? They are after money. They want to acquire even government property in GRA. They want to build us even in Osadebe Avenue. They want to build a hotel in Osadebe Avenue. That is their sole aim. The governor, yes, he might not be Mr. Know-all. I think within his aides, there are some individuals, some influential individual, as a retired general, as a police officer, just mentioned them. They can call the governor, Governor, Your Excellency, sir. Do it like this, do it like this. You can get a better result. He said, thank you, sir. But you see, the way we have taken, the level we have taken politics to, we can never get it right. The days of voting is over. The days of politics is over. Now we are in a working time. One would have expected that government would throw party aside and work with all Edolites, work with the good people of Edo State. Even those who have the idea now of how the state should be run now, they cannot communicate with the governor. You can never see the governor addressing some basic issue that touch on the life of the people. He doesn't, because the reason is that he didn't prepare for leadership. He just came from nowhere. Only God knows how he came. INEC and judiciary should be able to answer that question for Edo people and the entire. Say what we are seeing today, the government is not willing to handle a tough situation. I just gave you an example of what happened during the days of the military. Some people were fingered as people creating tension in the state. The governor just came and dropped them in the prison yard. Like those boys now who paraded up Baseke on the street of Benin now. If you are hearing that they are in Oko or one of the deadliest prisons in Nigeria, will you not be happy? You will be happy. Peace have come back to Edo State. They committed that evil. They are walking freely on the street. What the government is telling people should go into such a crime. And when you do it, nothing will happen. But it's like Ambo where early morning rain, not they beat only one person, now everybody. Now everybody they beat. That is what our people are failed to understand. The government is not willing. The government is not prepared. If you watch governors, some of the candidates, when they are campaigning, you will know on the long run, this man cannot deliver the dividend of democracy. One, they are not on ground. They don't have the know-how of the state they are going to govern. Call this governor, ask some basic question. Don't go to chemistry, not go physics. So asking some political basic questions that has to do with Edo State, he cannot give you an answer. Engage you for 30 minutes, let it stand and tell in the town hall meeting. Journalists will be there, concerned Edo people will be there. The governor cannot deliver. Not be lie, it's not a matter of being a governor. He cannot deliver because they don't know exactly what the people need. What the people need, they don't know. They are so aim. I am the governor. I am the governor. The Benin, they are owing themselves an apology. When Lucky Gbenedion came as a governor, yes, he was not perfect. Probably he made some mistake according to the Benin people. When he was leaving the office, they started using pure water to stone him. He left that place with shame. It's human, oh, it's human. When he was going the way, at least he may have made some pronouncement. He left. When Obaseki was going the way, they did the same thing to Obaseki. But when Oshomola was the governor of this state, while he was going the way, the Benin, they celebrated him. Even while he was going to the mosque for his Thanksgiving, go to the church for his time, they went there to celebrate with him. But the Benin will never celebrate their own. They will never celebrate their own. Before now, before you can rent a house in Benin, your landlord must find out where you are coming from, what you are doing. They must find out your details, the community you are coming from. But today, Edo State is a place of Benin City, is a place of anything gold. This insecurity will not stop. It will not stop. Let them go and hold crusade in Ring Road. They are only deceiving themselves and deceiving the people. Let them go and hold crusade. 40 days and 40 nights fasting. It will stop until the people realize where they are now and start solving their problem. When a man is coming to your state, strategic locations in Benin, not Benin people, they are the one controlling those areas. Until the Benin realize some of these mistakes they are making, security situation will never improve in Edo State and Benin City. It will never improve. And I told you something, Auchi, Edo North, you know, they have affiliation with Kogi and the northern part of the state. One of the most difficult terrain to survive today. One of the most difficult terrain to survive. Because why? The most mindless and deadly criminals, they are in Kogi. When they are coming down to somewhere around Auchi, it's just a crow fly. You will see that they are already there. Nobody to checkmate them. Before now, we used to see some people, you know, government empower people. They're on the highway, they are monitoring vehicle coming. Where are you going to? Where are you coming from? What are you doing? What are you going to do there? They ask a lot of questions. We don't longer see things like that. The government is not interested. Some time ago, I was in GROA. In the night, and I discovered that there was no insecurity then. No. You see police vehicle, army vehicle, they fly around the whole of GROA. And I asked him, why this thing here? He said they are paid. So they do that kind of surveillance. They move around, you know, checkmating if there's any security. Nigeria Army, we are not at war. Government can empower them. The security vote they are collecting, what are they using it for? We have 4 mechanized brigade. We have a Kehwan. We have a Santi. Our military cannot be sleeping 24 hours in their home, in their office. That is the reason why they are engaged, employed. They should be the one running around the state. Yes, we are not at war. They are human. We do appreciate. Let them be the one running around the state, coupled with local vigilante to help checkmate the influence of these criminals. You see, government is not prepared. When you stay Benin Auchi Road, you see vehicle coming loaded with all kind of things. Sometimes you can't even check what is inside that vehicle. Where are they coming from? They are coming from other parts of the state. The government will not ask a question, where are you going to? Don't you have people who can do same job here in Benin? The vehicle is always fit to capacity. Our people, the government will never ask them, what are you coming here to do? It's none of their business. They are so aim, probably they will collect maybe water from the checking point. Even the police, the army, they are corrupt in the checking point. They are corrupt. What they do, the bigger vehicle, those truck, they collect 1,000 naira from there. So whether you have a criminal inside that vehicle, they don't check. And there's a way they will package their weapon and the rest of them. They don't have any detective device they can use to track some of those. Probably they have an inflating a device inside their vehicle. They don't have it. They just drive past and they carry this and bring them down to the state. Those Fulani heads make kidnapping people here and there. Are they using cutlass? They are using weapons. Where are they getting it from? How do they sneak some of those into the state? The government is not encouraging the people. The government is not discussing with the people. The leaders of the state, they are not discussing with the people. Now, Obaseki was a former governor of this state. Lucky Gbenedion was a former governor of this state. Oyegu, if people still remember, was a former governor of this state. They are stakeholders. What is their input? The Benin never recognized them. The Benin never appreciate them. One would have expected that the elders of Benin, I'm not talking of Edos, the elders of Benin, they will call Oyegu, they will call Gbenedion, they will call Obaseki. My children, our SLSC. See the one way with how do we come out of this situation? They should have something in mind. They are influential people. They are people that can give information. But the Benin people, they are fighting these people. I just mentioned their name. Oshomole is flourishing. They don't know.
They are clamoring for Shomole. Yeah, they are happy for
Shomole.
Shomole.
The Benin, they are very good in fighting their own. Obaseki rule as a governor. How cheap people did they fight Obaseki? Some people didn't fight Obaseki. The Benin, they are the one fighting Obaseki. The Benin people. The people that throw pure water at Lucky Gbenedion, they wear it Asian people. They wear it Auchi people. They were still the same Benin people. Now, in an emergency situation like this, can they run to people like this? They can't run to them because they defy themselves. How can you? What they buy here? What we not nyabo? What need your motor? What they buy wrong? Why lima wahon? Anybody, any Benin man that serve as a governor in Benin, now God they stand for them. The Benin will not give them peace. Oshomole left as two-time governor. He went as a senator. The people, his people, they loved him. They like him past anything. They are still protecting him. When he comes, they are celebrating him. But the Benin man will never celebrate their own. They will go and bring history that happened before the first Queen of England was inaugurated. They will go and find out history about John F. Kennedy's death. They will be telling all kind of lies. Where will that take you people to? When you go to UBTH, let me just give you an example now. You cannot see a Benin man there. Okay. What they are doing, they are forming courtesan. They are worshiping their culture. They are doing nonsense. They are moving from one secret court to the other. When you go to, let me not mention exactly department now, people from somewhere around Cross River State, Akwa Ibom, they are the one that dominated that department in UBTH. And I ask myself, does it mean the first man or probably the people who opened this department, they were from that part of the country? That they dominated, they are the one controlling that department in UBTH. But the question you ask yourself, where are the Benin people? Where are the Benin people? CDA leader. They want to be a community chairman. They want to be controlling market. They want to be controlling this thing. That is why when the wife of what's his name, Izeyamo became the CMD, I celebrate her. It was the first time a Benin woman to assume that office. I'm not talking of a Edo woman. I'm talking of a Benin woman to assume that office. The Benin will never celebrate their own. They are the one creating tension. The humiliation of Obaseki, do you know, is also an ingredient of insecurity? Yes, because those guys who committed that havoc, they went away with impunity. The court didn't charge them, the police didn't charge them, the elders of the state didn't charge them. Nobody want to speak anymore. Nobody want to speak. But the state is gradually drifting to the lonely ocean under this present administration. It is none of their business. After their leadership, they can fly to Abuja. They always fly to Abuja or fly to Lagos, or they go to somewhere like UK. They'll go and hide over there. But that place you are running to, people of good conscience, build that society. You want to go and celebrate, you want to go and enjoy. So I don't know what is wrong with Edo State. Our government, they are not prepared. The security vote that is coming in a responsible society, as a good politician, one would have expected that they will explain to the people, this is what the security vote is made for, and this is how we are using it. If we say we are using the security vote judiciously, why is that when people are kidnapped, the family, they are left on their feet? It's not the government business. There is no part of
money. We are telling them to bring 200 million. Where are they going to get that money from? Where
the local government? The local government does not even have that money. The local government does not have that money. So I don't know where we got it wrong. Our people, the Benin people, they are busy. They want to become a garage boy or Agberu conductor and the rest of them. But they won't think of how to secure their community. They won't think about it. And look at what the Benis are doing. When they build a house, they'll go and bring one and book it to be controlling, supervising their house. But you guys are family. Sometimes when you came to Benin, your uncle, your auntie were the one that brought you to Benin. Don't you have somebody within your family? Yes, where you guys worship, they will always bring worship that man when you want to bring coming out, which way this are your family. Are you not a winch? You that is telling that person when you want to bring come. The man that is telling you the man is an idiot. You also are accepting that wrong advice. Both of you are all idiots. They have brought in a lot of alamajiri from the north. They have exposed themselves to all kind of security problem, and that is what they are paying for today. Most of these communities you are talking about, you know, they are not as urban as Benin City. The only part of Benin City that is with this more urban area. All those extensions, the risk is very high. The risk is very, very high. This is none of their business. What they are just after is what they can put at their pocket at the end of the day. So I don't know what the leaders of this state. There are stakeholders. Every state have a stakeholder. There are leaders in this state, religious leader, traditional leader, political leader. Only God knows what they are doing. This is the beginning of a new year now. Churches, they are on fasting. They will tell you 30 days fasting. Some church will go and organize a crusade in Ring Road. Why? What is the essence of all these things? Now, Trump sent some of his military boys down to Venezuela. Was there any crusade held before they left for that place?
No.
Was there any crusade? No. Was there any man of God that gave them anointing oil? A man is giving you anointing oil if you are going to go on the suicide mission. But the man that's giving you anointing oil, that same man is on a bulletproof car. That same man is on escort. Who is deceiving who? Who is deceiving who? Nigeria is a sleeping child. The president, the governor, the senator, all of them, they are all like a sleeping child. They will wake up when Christ comes. I'm telling you.
That's true. My brother, there is a video I'm going to play to you now.
Okay.
And you will respond to that video. You see, when this current administration came on board, he said he's going to give soft loans to students. Do you know there are some Nigerians now in Morocco? I saw that video from VDM, very black, a dark man. I'm not his fan, but I really appreciate that guy, what he did in Morocco. Do you know some Nigerians who went to Morocco with scholarship from the federal government? They have been abandoned in Morocco. They could not pay their school fees. These are people. The same Tinubu that lied to Nigeria that is going to be soft loan for students. But students that get free scholarship out of Nigeria to go and study in Morocco, the government could not pay their accommodation. You know, because they cannot work. Now they are now in the streets. Some of them have injury. I'm going to show you the video. This pathetic situation those Nigerians are facing. Most of them, they have missed their lecture because they don't even one of the lecture department now go on protest that Nigerian government should pay their school fees. You bring them as a free scholarship. Nigerian government refuse. These two people, they fly away from Nigeria since 2020. Some of them have been there since 5 years. To go back home is problem. They don't even have a house. They cannot pay for accommodation. You see how shameless Tinubu government are. The man that always deceive people. I thought I said Tinubu is a Maradona, but people don't know. I'm going to play that video for you now. Oh, I'm coming. Oh, just hold on, Chris. Please hold on 1 minute. Just hold on.
Mr. Chris, can you hear me? Mr. Chris, can you hear me?
I'm coming here.
Okay, why Mr. Ogele is actually looking for the video? You see, there is a problem that Mr. Ogele just said about before I wanted to finish that conflict. Where let me just quickly finish that one where the problem they don't know is that this thing that we are going to set now, this can possibly escalate tension within Nigeria. Do you know that Nigeria is a diverse state with different religions? Absolutely. So you see, the narrative now is that if a Muslim is not seeing Israel as using the word Christian, that would then say, undermine the belief that, okay, we don't have we always don't have an alignment with the Israelis because of their ways, the way they think, and the Palestinian war and whatsoever. This had now led to, this would lead to a conflict that say, okay, you have not brought people to come and what, kill us and stuff like that. This is going to cause a big problem. And also, it can also contain, like I said, internal security complication. We already have an internal security complication. It's going to complicate it more because it then shows that, one, in the international community, we might not have a ground, especially with our Arab allies, Arab neighbors who might be giving us intelligence, like the Dubai, UAE. They might not have a stronger alliance with Israel or sharing counterintelligence. So even it can also push away China. China is another ally to Nigeria. But having Israel inside there is another problem that will cause for Nigeria. You see, most Nigerians don't read all these things. They are just concerned with this hallelujah thing, especially what is happening to the Okpebholo's government in Nigeria, in Edo State. All they just sing is hallelujah. They don't know anything of what you are talking about now. It's a problem. Ever since that this thing happened, Okpebholo has not come out to attain to even say a word to the Edo people to calm the situation. That shows you how incompetent you have a government in Edo State. All the time, you see them keeping their mouth, but soon your SSAs and they are aligning with people who are committing this havoc. So what is your government setting? Your government is saying they are distancing themselves, that they are not part of it. But you are seeing your SSAs hanging around these hoodlums, people you call your SSA. These are now, you now see that a government, like I always say, a government of what? Garbage in, garbage out. This is what you see. People who are just called, they are called non-state actors, are now hijacking the institutions. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So it's very sad that you have a country that is supposed to be democratically run by those assigned by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, have left the institution for people who are non-state actors to be acting. So, Edo people, you have taken yourself back 100 times backwards. So I'm not going to feel, I feel sad in a bit, but I don't feel sad a bit because you allowing this kind of rhetoric to play because it's your brother that is there or your sister, and not minding the consequences that this is going to have. First of all, the Edo State is not having good pedigree in the international community because of what happened in Moa the other day. Second of it, all the Basiki, that thing that happened, it has also called for international outcry. So these are things that will push away people that are going to invest in the state and also promote, in terms of growth and development. These are going to hamper it. They don't see it because all they want to do is they want to see that, oh, everything is shiny, like the way I think that as if they're talking to kindergartens. They don't all know that these people they are talking to, they're also learned. And you can see somebody coming. The other day we are discussing Venezuela and the United States. All of a sudden he started bringing this situation. You see, that's to tell you how myopic they are. You understand? There's no correlation with what you are discussing, because when I'm discussing Okpebholo's government, this is a democratic system. So Okpebholo was not elected just based on in a kind of a monarchy system of government. It was elected based on democracy. So when I align it with the Nigeria, Okpebholo is acting under like a Nigerian government. It's under the Nigerian government. So it's part and parcel. So Okpebholo is not governing the Edo State with his own powers. Okpebholo, before he came into office, he sworn allegiance to the Nigerian Constitution, and which he knew is the supreme law of the land. So why has he now left the supreme law of the land, and now non-state actors have hijacked the state and now running it? Even the police, the judiciary, they've all failed in their respective, because this is why I tell you that our institutions have failed, because in a real democracy, you can't have those things happening. these people will be severely dealt with by the law. And if it's not done, it means that our democracy will actually think that we are operating has failed us Nigerians and also as Edolites. Thank you. I want to listen to Mr. Ogele from his video.
Yeah, Israel, before you mute, there is something we always discuss on this my platform here. We are telling Nigerians that this current administration, Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he lies to Nigeria about the student loan. There is a video I'm going to play to every Nigerian. God bless video, very dark man. It was in Morocco because of this African Cup of Nations. Some Nigerians came to look for him and cry out. Nigerians are suffering in Morocco. Nigerians that left Nigeria with free scholarship from the federal government. People that the children you have given free scholarship to. You could not pay school fees for them. And you went to St. Lucie, I don't know. You are telling them to come and go to school in Nigeria, that they will have free scholarship. The one that is sent to Morocco, within African country, no, they are not in the street of Morocco. Let's go there and watch the video. Make us see the kind of president one again. Say Tinubu has come. Tinubu does not mean well for Nigeria. He doesn't even know what he's doing. He doesn't know anything about government. Let's go there.
That same hotel where I went and I saw Tinubu's picture. I don't know how you leave Nigeria, I can't do campaign for Morocco. That's the same place I met these people. And they came to beg me. And I asked him what happened. This guy was given scholarship by the Nigerian government to come and study medicine. What year? Yeah, what year now? He's in his final year. He was given scholarship to come and study medicine so that he'll become a doctor, go back to Nigeria and work in our healthcare. But sadly, after they gave him the scholarship, they abandoned him here in Morocco. Alongside everybody that is here, they've been abandoned in Morocco. Now, the sad part is that as they abandoned them, they are not even allowed to work because of the agreement, right? Yes. They had an agreement with the Moroccan government while they were giving them scholarship that they are not allowed to work. So these people are pretty much stranded. You, how long have you been here?
I've been here for 5 years.
This guy been here for 5 years. You, how many? 2 years. 2 years. You. 2 years. Now, this guy, how did you come to Morocco? Did you come like this?
I came with my both legs walking.
What happened to your legs?
Because I did not have means of survival, I just had to find something doing. On my way coming back, I had an accident which led to me breaking my thigh bone, and I could not pay for any of my medical bills. Even till now, I've not paid due to the issue of we not having money to survive in this country.
So, as you heard him, he's not even allowed to work. But because of the predicament that the Nigerian government put him through, he had to sneak to start working. And while he was coming back from work, he had an accident that led to him breaking his leg. And he also told me something about another student that died. What happened to him?
This is a student that was suffering from tuberculosis, but because he was not having money, he could not go to the hospital. So
He's the one that lost his life.
Hospital bills were too much. So he kept it to himself, and the illness kept complicating. And before he knew it, it became what do you call it? Complicated. It became complicated. It was tuberculosis. And here in Morocco, we even have free medication for tuberculosis. He didn't know before he knew it. His mother had to fly in to come because it was complicated. And at the end of the day, he died. He didn't get any medical thing.
So, according to him, he's saying that the guy was scared to go to the hospital because, of course, he didn't have any money. And how do you go to the hospital without having any money? So he kept it to himself, and that illness was tuberculosis, and then it led to his death. Now, when the government gave you this scholarship, didn't they tell you that they are going to be giving you some amount of money every month?
Yes, they promised us that.
How much did they promise you people? $500 every month.
Yes. The award letter given to us.
Yeah.
The yellow one.
No, they see Nigeria.
Now, this is the award letter from the Federal Ministry of Education, September 1st, 2025. To the Minister of Education, what's his name? Tunja Alausa, yes. Minister of Education. If these people were given scholarship with a promise, and who booked your flights for you to come here?
The federal government.
So the Nigerian government booked their flights. I believe that there's a budget for this, and the budget has been given.
They have eaten the money.
So whatever thing you have done with this money that is making these people not to get the money and leave them stranded on the street of Morocco, sir, you need to correct that. And this is my problem. If I talk now, they'll say I am being sponsored by another political party to attack APC. I'm not all about that. Do you understand? What is right is right. How do you carry people's children with promises. Everybody in Nigeria now will think these people are doing well, and we take care of them, not knowing that these people are jumping from different places every night to look for where to sleep. And in everything, they cannot work. In everything, they cannot work. Meanwhile, Sheikh Tinubu, now you carry your picture couple for they do campaign. I walk around this country, I did not see any politician's picture, but your own picture dey for inside one place. Not just that, yesterday now, the CCA, what's the name of this day? See, you give her 100 million naira.
Who's giving somebody 100 million?
Well, I'm not trying to talk about that.
Yeah,
where we get 100 million naira from. We'll talk about that one later. But that 100 million, if they put it in their welfare, these children will not be here suffering. This one now leg no good. He needs to go to operation. And you abandon them here.
And also, sir, they always threaten that we are, when we go out to the media crying for our money, they always tell us that we are disgracing the nation. And I always ask,
now this girl will enter this Minister of Education head. Your generation
passing through here.
To embarrass someone holding
Especially girls. Last 2 months, my landlord told me that told me that Nigeria is the richest country in Africa. But Nigeria cannot be able to assist their scholars. A country like Niger, the Niger guys lodging his apartment are not owing him any amount of money. But I have some colleagues in Nigeria that are owing him for more than 12 months house rent. He's telling me that he will send them out of his house after this month. I don't even know when I left, because I left my city to come here to work. I left my exams. I left my school, my studies. I'm having exams next week, but I left all that to come here to work as a volunteer in this AFCON matter.
Because you want to earn money.
Because I want to earn to survive here. I cannot live here. My father is dead.
And most especially before they give you an apartment here, they ask which country. When they hear you're from Nigeria, they know Nigeria don't pay. They won't want to give you an apartment.
Told me that he will send that guys out of that house. I should go and find other people to squat because I cannot live alone. I cannot pay the complete apartment. He said I shouldn't find any Nigerian because he will not allow any Nigerian
to stay inside the apartment.
You also have a video. You also have a recorded video where a Moroccan woman came to protest with the Nigerian students, calling out the minister to pay those students so that they can pay her.
I'll put the video.
I sent it.
Yes, sir. We can't even go to hospitals. I'm a nursing student here. I can't go to the hospital because of transport and everything. Today I'm supposed to go to the hospital. I can't go.
Don't cry.
I can't go because I don't have money. I don't have money. Look at my mates. They are all there. We can't go. We are here stranded. No money for transport. No money to buy things for the hospital. And the government, please, people should come to our aid. Please. We are begging.
Don't worry. To the Minister of Education, like I said, I believe the budget has been given to you. Honestly, this year I told myself that there will be no reason for me to go and be protesting. But if you have been given an office to do what is needed and you don't do it, it's best to go and close your office. Because next thing now, if I come back now, can protest go now? They'll say, yeah, they don't sponsor us. We go lock the Federal Ministry of Education. If you cannot leave our Nigerians here, these are our siblings. They are sent here to come and study and take care of, make our country a better place. What is the meaning of all of this?
So many students have been expelled.
We have one last experience. We have a scholar recently, his name is Umar in Niknes. So Umar had an emergency. He had appendicitis. So they appendectomy. The hospital said they were not going to do it until the Nigerian embassy had to borrow him. They borrowed him money. I want him to $1,000. Where's Umar going to get that money? So right now it means that even Umar recently lost one of his parents. Umar cannot afford anything. We had to solicit for the embassy that night to go and pay $1,000 before he could get operated. People would have lost Umar. That's how bad the situation is here.
Very bad.
Well, I believe you people have heard their experience, and we'll leave it. We'll send a message because I believe they'll see the video. But this generation now, I know the waiting government is supposed to do, they must do. They are not begging, it's not a favor. They got here for a reason. It's your right.
Mr. Chris.
Mr. Ogele? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Before you guys
No, it's okay. You want to, yeah.
Yeah. Before you guys go ahead, there is something. Sorry to use this word. I'm going to lay a curse to the Minister of Education in Nigeria. It shall never be well with your generation. No, you cannot take other people's children to go and dump. I know Morocco. I know the situation there, my brother. So it's nothing to tell me about that country. You see the problem. You see, even the Nigerians were even fighting for. Sometimes you regret of fighting for them. These same people, if they see a Terry chance now, they will still go vote for Tinubu. A man who went to St. Louis, whether St. Lucie, I don't know. He said,
It's St. Lucia.
Yeah, he said they will give their citizen free scholarship in Nigeria. The same Tinubu that is deceiving the entire nation now. He could not sponsor his own citizen in Morocco. Morocco doesn't have anything. Tell me the natural resources Morocco has. See what these children were saying? That even the Moroccan landlords said they don't like giving Nigerian people house because their government does not pay. Even in Niger citizens, they are not owing debt. Poor as Niger, that go as scholarship. Tomorrow we'll say we are giant of Africa. Tomorrow you guys will come and tell me APC is doing wonder. Tomorrow we say Edo is shining, Nigeria is shining. Tinubu is doing wonder. The man has failed. He has totally failed. Nigeria should wake up from their slumber and kick this criminal out of the government. People are crying. Someone with injury. My brother, what are we saying? What are we saying? That one blasphemy we that lives in diaspora that support evil government. They can't go to lay us on our head. If that's what the white people they do on our children, it shall be well with you guys. Because you cannot remain here, the government of the day supporting you and your family. Your children are receiving dividends of democracy. You will be supporting evil leaders in Africa. Evil leaders in Nigeria. Leaders that have no vision of leadership. Not a shame. Look at how Tinubu they talk. Tinubu cannot talk for 5 minutes. The man don't weak. You must see they prepare for 2027. My brother, I rest my case. Mr. Chris, go ahead, sir.
You see, what is happening there? It's not new. There are a lot of things we see. Do you know the minister is not even aware of the challenges they are facing there? They are not interested. Now, these guys, I don't know how they got there. They are still the children of politicians. They handpicked them. You understand? They will send them there. How can you send Nigeria to Morocco? Morocco is just our neighbor here, and the government cannot take care of them. The government of Nigeria cannot take care of them. I am telling you, when you put a call across to the Minister for Education now, he or she cannot give you a clear picture of the situation these guys are facing over there because they are not connected to the people. They are disconnected. You understand? So whenever the government of Nigeria is parading any project, if you want to key into that project, you have to be very, very careful. I love Israel for one thing. He do a lot of research. He will go to the National Bureau of Statistics. He even know more than them. Sometimes when he quote and say some of the things, I just smile with him. I say, these things, they are not real. Yes, you stay in a very responsible society. You don't need to go ask people questions. You just go there and find out. How many books does the library in one of the UK universities, how many textbooks do they have? It will show in their system, and that is what exactly they have. But in the case of Nigeria, it is not always real. Everything is fabricated. The government lie, the people lie. On the long run, everybody pay for that nonsense. So those children or those students who are privileged to go to that Morocco, I think the government should listen to their cry. The Minister for Education should listen to their cry. The reason why a situation like that is always coming up, the minister is extremely busy. Busy in the sense that he doesn't know that these children that are crying over there. He's talking about contracts. They are always talking about contracts. How are they going to get money? How much have they gotten? Schools across the federation, how many allocation comes? How many is going to be for me? This is what they are just talking. They don't talk about the people. They don't talk about the people. If my poor grandfather can send his children abroad, pay their school from me, what stop the government of Nigeria for taking such responsibility? What you are seeing there is a sign of failure on the part of the government of Nigeria. And I heard that guy saying something that they would not want to give accommodation to Nigerians because they don't pay. The bad image of this country. We keep on saying we are the giant of Africa. I don't know where they are giants. Giant in crime, giant in corruption, giant in all kind of fraudulent acts. So I don't know where this country is heading to. Nigeria, the leadership of this country is not prepared. When Tinubu was coming, my mind already told me that Tinubu will fail woefully. Tinubu will be one of the worst presidents.
You told me I was arguing with you. You told me, my brother.
Yes, I think Tinubu will fail.
Tinubu,
He's a sectional leader. Tinubu believe only in his people. A man was saying it now, one of the northern senators. He said you cannot penetrate Tinubu. The only thing you see there is Yoruba. No other tribe. You can't see him. They will tell you that Mr. President is not around. Even if while you are seeing him, they will tell you not there. They'll just speak Yoruba, speak their language. We saw the way he ruled Lagos. The problem, the tribal problem in Lagos today, Tinubu is contributing almost about 75%. He's the one giving order that if you are not a Yoruba person, PVC must not be given to you. So when a man like that, ordinary is not supposed to be a leader of a country. That is what Nigerians are paying. Nigeria ignorantly accepted the leadership of Tinubu. We are in for it today. Are we not paying now? We are paying. You will see here some gullible Nigerians, some frustrated Nigerians. They will say, no Tinubu, no 2027. Even while they are seeing a massive failure under the leadership of Tinubu, they are still saying Tinubu or no Tinubu, there must be Tinubu. You understand? So even these students you are seeing, about 75% of them, they are children of politicians. If they come to Nigeria, they will vote for Owe and Broom. Yes, I'm telling you, if the very day they land in Nigeria, they will forget the problem, the pain, the hustle they went through over there. They will vote for APC. So I don't know what an average Nigeria, how they perceive the government of Tinubu. Nigeria does not have name internationally. Nigeria does not have name. Most especially under the leadership of Tinubu and the late General Muhammadu Buhari, Nigeria made a very terrible name. Ordinarily, no responsible country in the world want to identify with Nigeria. The only country identified with Nigeria because they are making siphoning Nigeria resources is only China. It's only the Chinese that is rubbing shoulder with Nigeria because China is also a corrupt country. Nigeria is also a corrupt country. Criminals in China, they are the ones doing contract in Nigeria. Adam Soshomole confirm it. Criminals in China, they are the one we call experts in Nigeria. So where are we heading to? So I just feel for these students. I don't know what it costs the government of Nigeria. If a senator can take such a huge amount of money home at the end of the month, these students, what they just need, just a peanut, which the government of Nigeria is equal to, even a state government is equal to. So I don't know what is holding the government of Nigeria, whether the money is there or the money is not there. I think the government should explain to the people. If we can no longer continue the project, the government also have the right and record the student, attach it to, if they are in the university, attach it to our local university in Nigeria. There is nothing wrong in it. There was one chief of staff here in Edo State who was in Leeds University. A time came, he relocated back to University of Benin and completed his PhD at University of Benin. So I don't know why the government would deliberately allow their cities to suffer in another man's land. The world is watching. You see, thank God for social media. Social media does not permit nonsense. Social media does not forgive. They will air it. The whole world will see it. Trust Nigerians what they can do.
Sheikh Tinubu was donating 100 million to a lady. Where does he get that money from? Somebody who has done work in his entire life. Tell me where the president has worked. Tell
yes. It will always be like that. This same Nigeria, if not for the fact that Nigeria started protesting against that Sheikh Tinubu, and the song also came in, Sheikh Tinubu would have probably asked the father to step down so that he can become the president of this country. You see the level at which he was now moving. Nigerians were complaining. The entire world was watching Nigeria. Whenever there's a security meeting, Sheikh Tinubu will be part of that security meeting. For the fact that you are a son of president does not give you the right to hold a security meeting with your father and with our security force in this country. This one was doing it. He was attending security meeting. Security meeting is not an economic summit. It's not a cultural meeting that you can go and just play and come back. It's the key of any nation. It's like the son of a president of US now. As they are going to Venezuela to go and carry out their mission, the son of the president will be there attending that meeting. Does that make any sense? It doesn't make sense. The B2 spirit, is it B2 spirit they took to Iran, something like that, that went and bombarded their nuclear this thing? I read it on the social media. They see the pilot that fly that plane, some hours to, or some few days to, is already isolated. He doesn't have connection with his family. He doesn't have connection with anybody. He stays alone. He meditates alone. And he carry out the mission alone. But in the case of Nigeria, No, Boko Haram must be there. He will tell them when the flight is leaving and when the flight is going to land. Nigeria is not a serious country. Just Morocco here. The exchange rate is almost the same thing. You are sending your citizen there, the government cannot pay their bill. Record them, bring them back home. Let them attend our local university here. If they are studying nursing, there's school of health in Benin, built by Obaseki, standard school. Let them come and attend school of health in Benin. There are some all over the country. You send them there. Instead of taking them to Morocco, you go stab them over there. Morocco is not even a secure place. You know this Arab country. You were once there. You know how they live their life over there. Yeah. So I think Nigeria government, if they cannot pay their pay, Nigeria government should record the student, send them back to our local university or local health center that they can go and get their skill and fuse them into the Nigeria health sector. I think that's my own side of it.
Thank you. Israel, what's your response to that video?
Thank you, Mr. Ogile. Now, Nigerians, please open your eyes to this revelation. Now, when we told you that this renewed hope was a renewed hopelessness, but you don't know, according to the 2025 budget, when they said on their mandate they shall scatter. Now, how much did Nigeria budgeted for, which was budgeted for education? Now listen to this. Nigeria budgeted educational sector received a significant allocation with source citing figures of about 3.52 trillion naira. I think on the year, a slightly higher when state budget are included represent about 7.08% in total federal proposal. I said on a year now, right? Because they said they were trying to tackle what? Out of school children. This was also from Kashim Shettima. He increased it. The federal allocation was approximately 3.52 trillion, a large increase for 1.54 trillion in 2023, announced by Vice President Kashim Shettima. Now, I'm gonna listen. They say because there are too many out of school children, so they increase the budget. Now, if you take a look at when Tinubu came, he said he was going to be giving student loan. Una forget? Student loan, renew hope, renew hope, renew hope. Now, when he brought that student loan, according to the Punch newspaper, as at 5th of May 2025, student loan, 71 billion is missing. NEFUND insist. I think 71.2 billion missing. Now, when they say miss, they don't know where it go. They say student, they don't share money for students. Mr. Chris, you are also in education. Maybe you can attest to people that they have been paying the money to go to school, since we don't know how to do student loan. This actually shocked me. Months after he did this student loan, Mr. President was in a country, in a little island in the Caribbean area known as St. Lucia.
Yeah, St. Lucia.
Una hear wetin I dey talk?
Yes, sir.
It was known as. Now, I just wanted to bring something to your notice. Now, according to the St. Lucia Times, this is not my own, no, because I know them very well. All this propaganda, when they come now, they'll start telling it is working. According to St. Lucia, their own newspaper is reporting. Now, listen to this. This will shock Nigerians. And listen, just want to bring it so that you can tell the Nigerian people where we find ourselves. Wait, let me just read it. It said Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced scholarship for St. Lucia students and proposed deeper cooperation with the Eastern Caribbean. I think on a year, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has announced scholarships for St. Lucians students, not in Nigeria. Now, listen, Nigerians, who is deceiving who? You were giving student loan. Meanwhile, they increase your budget to about 3.152 trillion naira. Say, "Mo na take go school." You were giving student loan, meaning they will give you, say, "Oh yeah, after you don't go school finish, you can't dey pay, abi?" Meanwhile, he go St. Lucia. He went to St. Lucia. This is not even just me alone. Now, according to the Guardian, the Guardian newspaper, Tinubu offers scholarship to St. Lucia, betrayer of Nigerian children. This was reported by who? According to one of the candidates, ex-presidential candidate Peter Obi. He cited it on the Guardian newspaper. This was published by Olayide Saoga on the date of 2nd of July 2022 on the Guardian newspaper. Tinubu offers scholarship to St. Lucia students, a betrayal to Nigerian children. You go, they give people for outside, make they can't go school free. You cannot even, the student loan you gave us 71.2 billion is missing. Now we have Nigerians are in Morocco. Now let me shock you again. Let's go back to the same Morocco, why they are stranded, right? The situation in Nigeria under the Morocco, it was a bilateral educational BEA, bilateral educational agreement, BEA scholarship. Okay. And they have not received the stipend up to 15 months. Make una count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 months. That is more than what? That is a year and some months, right? Make una listen. The students have been struggling to pay rent, food, and medical bills. Source even Sahara reporters reported that some were even homeless and one death, right? That's what it played just now. Now, what actually happened? The Nigerian government reduced the foreign scholarship allowance by 12.7% due to economic challenges. Banga, una year? I think una year. Nigeria government reduced foreign scholarship allowances by 12.7% due to economic challenge. But you went to St. Lucia to give them scholarship under our burden, Nigerian taxpayers' money. Who is deceiving who? The thing is sweet, the thing is sweet. Now, the government also admitted the payment to be delayed only the money will be made when money is available. Now, Mr. Ogele, that takes me back to subsidy. We remove subsidy. I think I remember. We remove subsidy. Okay. If you remove subsidy, say we are going to be getting money. Oh, the governors are getting money. They are getting money. Una the year now when they say money no day. Nigerians, how did we get here? Now, these are first students, not only in Morocco, una the year now. Make una listen. It's not only in Morocco. They are first students in Morocco, Russia, and in Algeria. I think una the year, not only Morocco, they do. Some stranded, some don't they stranded for Russia. Some don't they stranded for Algeria.
Is it a country? Nigeria, I believe.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Now, even Foja has raised alarm with the stranded Nigerian during the football match in Morocco. Now, when that football match, now they staged that protest, we can't alert very dark man. This is a private citizen, a private citizen. It's not soliciting for something that the Nigerian government ought to have done. Another year. This one, Shokuna, you see, when we told you that this renewed hope was a renewed hopelessness, you guys said we are Indomie generation. Some of you are watching now. You still remember that statement you made, Indomie generation. Now you can now understand that the people you called Indomie generation are not interpreting the failure of the system you inculcate based on your own stomach infrastructure. Meanwhile, you are enjoying the dividends of democracy abroad, talking from abroad where you are eating. Make una not the breathe. If you breathe the air that was created by God, God will punish you. Devil will punish you for citing things that you don't know, but you were able to take your families and run abroad and kept other children's family. Were they created to be? Were they created to come and face this kind of recklessness that you have created? He's a tactician. He's a tactic. He's a this. We are giving you facts now, not the propaganda you always run along in the line. You're always running on online. Hey, we are working. He's doing this. He's doing that. Oh, clap for him. Edo is shining. I think he's shining now. Now, if it's your brother that is stranded, like that boy that was crying just now, somewhere being unalive just because he wants to have a degree to better himself. Can you imagine? So you can imagine the kind of a myopic mindset we have, some of these people who live abroad, who think about their own stomach because of your brother that is in the position. You want to tell us that you can't do it. If you drink water that was actually made, that is natural for everybody, you will have illness. If you breathe the air that was created by God, you will have illness. Most of you are demonic because of your selfish interest. You don't want to speak truth to power because you want to put it in your stomach. You are demonic and you will remain a demon. This is so outrageous. And they told you that the money is flowing. And I'm just giving you now that they lied. All because you want now all you want to hear, instead of them to be thinking of how you are going to bring Nigerians home, cater for them. You were even using the AFCON, the Africa Cup of Nations that was hosted by another country. You use it as your own political campaign. Is that not madness?
Yes.
Is that not madness? Meanwhile, your citizens are crying. They don't have hope. When you saw the renewed hope for them, and you have given them renewed hopelessness. And you see the Nigerians telling you that anytime they speak, they tell the minister will tell them that stop disgracing Nigeria on the public, on social media, on in public domain. Meanwhile, you are these selfless leaders that have disgraced Nigerians. You have been disgracing the Nigerian state. You have been disgracing the Nigerian system. Because of your political ideology, because of your nonsensical political ground you want to create, of your local government chairman that you cannot speak to power. In fact, all this atrocity that is committed may happen to you in a millionfold, that you can never take yourself out of it. And that will be because we are tired of this your kind of rhetoric that have not yield dividends for Nigerians. Because he said when injustice becomes a law, resistance becomes a duty. You are a disgrace. Thank you.
Thank you.
When any man say Edo is shining, you check the mental health of that individual. I just spoke with a lady, Christmas normal greeting. I said, "Madam, how are you doing?" I'm fine. I said, "The reason why I don't call you, I know you are busy with your new job and the rest of it." They say, "Uncle, say for the past 5 months, governor not pay us. Governor created massive employment everywhere. Governor not pay. What I'm saying now, go and find out. Governor not pay them money." I said, that probation ought to be at least 3 months now. After the government will lump and pay. He said that like government, even Christmas bonus, they not give them. Edo is shining in corruption. Edo is shining in insecurity. Edo is shining in poor performance. Edo is shining under a very incompetent leader. May God help us. Wahala for Edo people.
So, my brother, just wrap it up so that we'll call it a day. So, thank
God. Viewers all over the world, we want to appreciate each and every one of you. We just thank God for a new year. We just enter. God will guide and protect each and every one of us. Keep liking Ogele TV. Keep sharing Ogele TV. There is no other means through which we can speak. This is the only way we can connect and dismantle this incompetent government, incompetent leader. Most especially some of us who are privileged to stay offshore Nigeria. Talk to them. If need be, insult them. Yes, criticize them constructively. We are not being rude. We are not being disrespectful to them. But what we need is security. and stabilize the economy of Nigeria. You can't be in your 70, cannot be your 80 and still remain in Europe, Canada, and other developed countries of the world. You want to come back home. When you are coming, what kind of home are you coming back to? Is it the home that is already destroyed? So God is still on our side. Let's do all we could do now to fix Nigeria economy. Goodbye and good night to everyone. Thank you so much.
Wrap it up so that we'll call it today.
Thank you, Mr. Ogele. You see, the reason why I look at Nigerians, especially those, look at how many people that are viewing you now. Because you are not talking about something that it actually want to be hitting. You see, we like something that is nonsense, propaganda. It's a fact. All this you are hearing from here, you are not going to hear propaganda. You are not going to hear, let's do it like this. No, this is fact. And you can go and verify it. And I give you, go and verify everything that is said here, if it is not fact. Because that's why I always read the date, so that they can use it to check it if we are lying here. You will not, nobody, you cannot share. That is the thing. I feel it is my responsibility as a bona fide citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, also an African. I'm a Pan-Africanist. Yes. And I believe I was not only just born in Africa, Africa was born in me. I hold that duty to defend that land. I hold the duty to defend that continent with these incompetent people who call themselves leaders. Can you even imitate yourself with these leaders who we have in this Nigerian so-called, whether Edo State or even the federal? You will be ashamed of yourself. People like Nelson Mandela in the grave will be ashamed of them. Will be ashamed. Julius Nyerere of Tanzania will be ashamed. Patrice Lumumba will be ashamed. Thomas Sankara will be ashamed.
That's true, my brother.
Can you imagine? Like, these are people who are supposed to make sure that the affairs of this nation is carried out in, in such a way that people always love this, the African continent. What do we not have in Africa? We have the manpower, we have the intelligence, and we have the resources. What else do you want God to bless you with? But yet we are the same people who go on the 31st and go and say, oh God, this is 2026. And they start giving you another prediction. Go on social media. It's all prediction by these so-called pastors who have indoctrinated Nigerians with lies and deceit, all because of money, even including the leaders, just because of their own stomach infrastructure. But the same Nigerians who you are trying to tell, they are the same people who will just look at it like say it's just a mere joke. Can you imagine? Someone is crying. A Nigerian lost his life just because he wants to earn, he just wants to study. Yes. But yet, a minister is telling them that they should stop disgracing Nigeria in the public domain. You, the same minister who has failed as a minister, you should be ashamed of yourself. You are calling Nigerians that they are disgracing, when you are the one disgracing us in the international community. We can't even sit around, world leaders, for them not to look at us and say, wait, who are you? We have become the talk in Africa. I'm so disappointed. And the people will still say Nigeria 3031 or what? The other one is saying, come, let's bet a governor. You should be ashamed of yourself. A governor is telling you, then if you don't go to give to Mr. President, let's bet a governor. I'm ashamed. And I feel like, what? Is this what we can produce?
That is the situation we find ourselves, my brother.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ogele.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you for your time. Viewers all over the world that is viewing me, God bless every one of you. Share the video and like the video. Go and subscribe to Ogele TV on YouTube. Don't hesitate to subscribe. We'll continue to give them back to back. I beg that Timothy account, see there, copy the account for this comment section, contribute whatever you want to contribute to him, and send me the receipt. God bless you as you do so. This is Happy New Year to every of my fans all over the world. God will continue to be blessing all of us. We'll continue to be saying truth to power. We don't need to be supporting these evils because they have no dream. They have no dream. We cannot have all the resources our people are suffering all over the world. So thank you for liking my video and sharing my video. See you guys for the next broadcast tomorrow. Good night. Bye for now.